לכל זמן ועת, לכל זמן ועת, את לאהוב, את לשנוא, את מלחמה, ויהיה שלום. לכל זמן ועת, לכל זמן ועת, את לאהוב, את לשנוא, את מלחמה, ויהיה שלום. אבל הלילה הזה, כולנו בשמחה, לנו הלילה, את ריקוד, כולנו בשמחה, לנו הלילה, את ריקוד,
Now we know the party can start. Now we know the party can start.
הבתיקונתי ולבתים ושמו שם את הגיל הארץ וגויים אדוני מלאך ירם היום לא יעלו את השדה וכל אשר בו עזרנו עציה לפני אדוני כי בא לשפוט את הארץ ושום נפשי חיתני מירד בו זמור אדוני חסידיו והודו לזכר קודשו לגבי אבו חיים ברצונו בערב להניב בכי ולבוקר הנה ואני אמרתי בשלבי בא למות לעולם אדוני ברצונו מלך משובע מפורד ידי השמע גדול ברוך אתה אדוני מלך מהולל בתיש בחוד ישראל סגולתו כי לא יתושב אדוני עמון נחלתו לא יעזוב רוח ומכפר רבון ולא ישב ובא לשיבה פה ולא יקרחם מטה אדוני אדוני היום ולמור השיר אדוני יגאוגה סוס ברוחבור רמה בים עוזי בזבדיה ואי לישוע ימית מלכותי ויצמח פורקני ויקרב משיחי
דבר אבני ישראל ואמרת להם ועשו להם ציצית
יוצא עולם ובורכו שרוצה שלום בורא את הכל המאיר לארץ דרך מחמים אותו ומחדש כל יום תהי מעשה בראשית מרב ומעשיך אדוני כולם לך מעשית אמרת כנניך המלך אמור ומם לבדו מאז ברוח מרוח ונתנסה מאות עולם אלה עולם גדול דעה יכינו פה על זרח חמתו ויצא כבוד לשמו מאורות מנדה סיבבות עוזו פינות סיבות גדושים ומשדה תמיד סוברים גודל לקדושתו כדברך אדוני אלינו בשמיים ממעל מלכותו ומסורת קיימת ודבריו חיים וקיימים ונאמנים ונחמדים לעד ולעולמי עולמים על אבותינו עלינו ועל בנים ברוך אתה אדוני הבוחר בעמו ישראל באהבה שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד טוב כי לא חלו רחמך מרחם כי לא תמו חסדיך כי מעולם קיווינו לך ועל כולם יתברך ויתרומם מנסה תמיד שכם כי עולם מים וכל החיים ידעו חסלה והללו ויברך קודשך הגדול באמת עולם כי טוב לשעתנו זרועתנו סלע האל הטוב ברוך אתה אדוני הטוב שמך וכנאה להודות כהנים וחונק יישא אדוני וכי אשר עליך דברי אשר שמתי פיך לא ימושו פיך פי זרעך וזרע זרעך אמר אדוני מה אתה ואדוני אתה הקדוש שבטי לא יצטרף וקרא זה אל זה ואמר קדוש 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 אל נצבון ויזכיר מכוסה לאדוני צבאות אשר אדם מודה בך אדוני הושיע המלך יעננו ביום קוראנו ברוך אלינו שברנו לכבודו ויבדל לנו מן הטועים תנו תורת נודה לאלוהינו נודה לאדוננו מכינו משכנו ברוך אלינו
ברוך אלוהינו ברוך אדוננו
ועליך כתוב סמים בזמן שמקדש קיים וזגתם על שם השם
ויקונך יישא אדוני פניו אליך ושם לך שלום סתם בני ישראל אני אברכם
חזקים וברוכים תענה דבי אליהו כל השנה לכל מכונים אותם נערים הקדוש ברוך הוא כן יקבל לך אדוני אלוהינו לאור מהרה תפאר וזר רגיל לי מן הארץ ואלים קורות יקראת ונתקן לך
ויאמר אדוני אל משה ואביה ירוק ירוק בפניה לא תקלם שבעת ימים תיסגר שבעת ימים מחוץ למחנה ואחר כסף ותיסגר מרים מחוץ למחנה שבעת ימים והאב לא נסע עד האסף מרים ואחר נסה המחצרות ויחנו במדבר פרן
So now he's going to, it's a little confusing because we were going to be in Israel at a different time of the week. So what Yosef's going to do now, he's going to read the Haftorah portion, then he's going to go back and he's going to read the weekly portion he's supposed to read in Israel.
ויעד מלאך אדוני יהושע לאמור כה אמר אדוני צבאות אם בדרכי תלך ואם את משמרתי תשמור וגם אתה תדין את ביתי וגם תשמור את חצרי ונתתי לך מלכים בין העומדים האלה שמנה ישוע הכהן הגדול אתה ורעך היושבים לפניך כי אנשי מופת המה כי הנה מביא את עבדי שמח כי הנה האבן אשר נתתי לפני ישוע על אבן אחת 7 עיניים הנה מבטח פיתוחה ומאדוני צבאות ומשתי את עוון הארץ ההיא ביום אחד ביום ההוא נאמרו אדוני צבאות תקראו איש לרעהו אל תחת גפן ואל תחת תאנה וישוב המלאך הדובר בי ויראני כאיש אשר יאר משנתו ויאמר אלי מה אתה רואה ואומר ראיתי והנה מנורת זהב כולה וגולה על ראשה ושבעה נרותיה עליה 7 מוצקות לנרות אשר על ראשה ושניים תתים עליה אחד מן הגולה ואחד על שמאלה ויאמר אל המלאך הדובר בי לאמור מה אלה אדוני ויען המלאך הדובר בי ויאמר אלי הלא ידעת מה הם האלה ואומר לא אדוני ויען
Zakabo.
One more. One more.
היש בעת עמי, והתחזקתם ולקחתם מפרי הארץ והימים, ימי ביקורי רבים.
Did everybody apply?
Hi everyone, I just wanted to start off by saying, Yosef, I am so proud of you. The amount of mitzvah projects you are doing in honor of your bar mitzvah is amazing and truly inspiring. It really makes sense though, considering the type of person that you are, always caring for others. I couldn't imagine you celebrating your bar mitzvah any differently. On your recent trip to Israel with Dad to visit me, you were walking the streets of Jerusalem, and you wouldn't let me pass a homeless person without giving some tzedakah. I remember telling you, Yosef, it's really okay. We've already given the people at the kotel. But you insightfully responded there is no limit to giving, and these homeless people hadn't received tzedakah from us yet that day. You have a huge heart. I can't wait to see what more you will do in the future, but at age 13 you care so much about Am Yisrael. Yosef, I can't thank you enough for all of the times my computer or phone is not working and you come to my rescue. I don't know when I will learn to stop wasting 4 hours at the Apple store when you take 5 minutes. You are always keeping me updated with new music and dances, so thank you. My entire year in Israel, I look forward to you sending me those videos, but it's even better now I finally get to see them in person. Yosef, you're everyone's favorite. My friends from seminary all love you, as you know. They wanted to sit next to you on the bus coming back from Spot, and I had to go find my own seat. Because of you, not only did I donate my hair to Zichron Menachem, but also many of my friends and me did the same and were inspired. But anyways, they wish you Mazel Tov, and they can't wait for you to come back to Israel to hang out and dance for them. I want to end off with a bracha for you, Yosef. I think most people can agree that it's human nature to be lazy when it comes to doing work. Sadly, even Avodat Hashem, serving God. The Mesilas Yesharim instructs that we should perform Hashem's mitzvot with vigilance and alacrity. With you, Yosef, being generous and doing mitzvot are innate. Like when you selflessly offered your rain poncho to Mr. Judovitz without thinking twice about it. Nevertheless, Yosef, my hope for you is to continue being so passionate about tzedakah, chesed, mitzvot, and serving Hashem with vigilance and alacrity forever.
Dear rabbis, family, friends, and esteemed guests, welcome to my special day. I would like to share a few words about my parsha. Vayi v'tzaharot v'yam Moshe, Kuma Adonai v'yifusu oivecha v'yinusu mesanecha mepanecha u'nachar yomar, Shuva Adonai rivavot alpei Yisrael. It came to pass when the ark set followed, return, O God, to the myriad of thousands of Israel. Here's a question. Why are the Ner Nunin Hakufin inverted nuns setting off the two verses of Vayi v'tzaharot? Well, the answer is, in Aramaic, the word nun means fish. The life of a fish depends in a large measure on its ability to swim upstream. If it permits himself to be swept along by the current of the rapids or the tide, it will be scuttled and squashed. It is only because Hashem has endowed the fish with the precious instinct of self-preservation, whereby it is able to swim upstream against the current, that it can survive and increase. Jews have been compared to fish. Our forefather Yaakov blessed his children that they do grow the carrots at Aretz, and may they increase abundantly like fish in the midst of the earth. His intent was that just as live fish swim against the tide, so children should swim upstream and resist the temptation to take the easy way of going with the tide of fads and crazes, which lead to the dissolution of our teaching and destruction of our people. The message of the Nun and Hakufin inverted nuns in connection with Vayim and Zaharot is that to travel with the Holy Ark, a Jew must be ready to go against the tide and proudly stand firm in the convictions, ignore all outside pressure, and be confident in your beliefs. I would like to thank everyone for coming and for your generous donations for my Bar Mitzvah project, Zichro Menachem. This will help me provide a sick child who can't afford their own Bar Mitzvah with his own special day. I would also like to thank my grandma Junie for flying here to see me and staying for my Bar Mitzvah. I would like to thank my grandpa and grandma Peggy for sharing my special day. And thank you for the best gifts of your presents. I am so sorry my mom's dad, Baba June, is not here with us, but I know he is here in celebration with me in spirit. I was named after him and he is truly missed. Also, I am sorry Grandma Edie is not here, but I'm excited to have her join me in Israel, where the celebration continues. I'd like to thank Lauren for designing the coolest logo and designing my Bar Mitzvah invitation in less than 3 weeks. I am sure my mom, with all her revisions, was the easiest and most laid-back client you ever worked with. Also, I'd like to thank Deborah Young for helping my parents to plan this perfect day. Also, I'd like to thank my Bar Mitzvah teacher, Dan Avaton, for making me a pro at laning and leading the services. Now, I'd like to thank my 3 sisters. Ariella, I am so proud of you with all the chesed you have been doing. First, donating your hair in honor of my Bar Mitzvah, then staying in Israel at Madresha Amit, and I still can't believe how much more. I still miss our special Friday night sleepovers. Now, Leora, every trip I go on, I know I can always count on you. Whenever it's playing outside with you, or it's coming to hang out, I know I can always count on you for including me. Shoshana, Shoshana, I love you. I love playing football with you, and that OBJ catch is perfect. I can always talk to you when I need to. Thanks so much. Love you all. I can't wait to celebrate more milestones with you. Finally, and of course, most important, I would like to thank my mommy and daddy for taking the time to make this beautiful simcha happen. You put a lot of effort and thought into every detail to make it how I wanted, and that is not easy. Thank you everyone for coming. I hope to spend many more milestones with you. Now, let's continue the party.
So, everybody knows me. I'm like the best speaker in the world when it comes to everything else. When it comes to my family, I'm a complete staff. So I'm going to apologize in advance to the ones that don't know me, but most of you know me, so it really doesn't matter. So, listen, I first want to thank Hashem for giving us, the blessing of sponsoring this restoration of this beautiful Torah. Oh, my making fun of your head. All right, I'm good. So, thank you to our rabbis, our family, our friends, and everybody that's here with us today. You know, you truly have no idea how incredibly special this Torah is that's in front of you. You know, some of you have heard some stories about it and different things, but I'm going to share with you now really the importance of it. First of all, it's the first Holocaust Torah that was rescued from Russia. And, you know, as most of you know, the Nazis, you know, took a lot of artifacts, and they took the Torahs, and they took a lot of different things at the end of the war, and then throughout the war. And at the Russians, they basically stole everything from the Nazis at the end of the war, and they've been keeping it for many, many years now. So our involvement, you know, became, you know, very evident when we were at an evening where Ed and Sybil Silver were putting together an incredible event, and you know, about talking about how do we rescue these Torahs and how do we get more of them out. They found hundreds of these Torahs in Russia, and we got to find a way to get them out. And what's incredible is that they've been doing this for over 10 years now, and their passion is, I just want to thank both of you, really. You have no idea. You know, what you're doing with the Jewish Heritage Foundation is just something spectacular, and I hope everybody understands what they've been doing. So what's amazing is my incredible wife, she comes home, she's like, that's it. We got to get involved. We got to do something. We got to be part of this. So I'm going to read, so I'll mess this up. So, Rosa, I don't know how to thank you for all you do for our family. You take care of all the little things we don't even realize that we need, and many of the things that you do for us that we don't even need. Everybody's laughing, you know, Rosa, the best. So, listen, we wouldn't be enjoying this beautiful day without her and without everybody, you know, that's here sharing this with us today. So it's really very blessed. So, being the very first family to have the honor of sponsoring a Torah, you know, it's incredible. We really had a choice of 3 that Ed came, you know, and took out. And what happened was we didn't really understand the significance. We understood that, you know, we got to do something. We really didn't understand the importance and significance of this exact Torah. And that's really what I want to share with you right now. The selection was incredibly beautiful. And Yosef, wow, you are very special. So, in a few minutes, what's going to happen is Yosef's going to complete the Yud. Most of you know the Torahs that came out, they were puzzled, they were not kosher. And Yosef's going to complete the Yud. We're honored that Martin Judah is with us today. And he lost a lot of his family in the Holocaust, and we're very blessed that he's been part of our BRS family for many years. He's going to complete the second letter of the last word of the Torah, which is Yisrael. And as it turns out, you don't realize how really incredible this selection was. Why? As most of you know, Rosa is Sephardic and I'm Ashkenazi, right? Rosa's from Iran and I'm from New Jersey. So, well, I really converted to Sephardic, I apologize. Sorry, Dad, but I had no choice. The rice on Pesach is just too incredible. So, here's the incredible part. The Torah was created in Italy. We had it certified, Ed had it certified. It was brought back to us only about a week ago and certified that the Torah is 250 years old, and it was designed and written in Italy, which is really incredible. My father and my mother were both living in Italy many years ago. So if you think about the tie into some of this, it's really incredible. And when you start to look at the fact that, you know, there are very few Torahs that were actually written with an Ashkenazi and a Sephardic style together. So to pick this one of the 3, or to pick this one of the hundreds that need still to be rescued, is just, it's beyond belief. So it's even more proof why my wife, thank God, you know, is so smart. But this is a true gift from a chef. You're a true gift. Anyway, tomorrow, what's amazing is this Torah is going to be going off to Auschwitz for the March of the Living. And then we're going to complete the restoration in Auschwitz by having 3 Holocaust survivors complete the last 3 letters of the Torah. So the Holocaust is one of the most sorrowful times that we even know about in the Jewish history. But we can stand tall knowing, right, that the Nazis didn't win the war, we won the war. We're going to go there. We're going to complete this Torah. We're going to, fulfill it at Auschwitz and show them who's, really on top. And every single time one of us in this room or anywhere around the world had the opportunity to join the march, you're really showing them. So please, if you haven't done it, find a way to do it. Do it now. Do it as soon as possible, while you still have these beautiful survivors with us to go with. So I beg of you, my wife and I have been blessed to do it. My daughter has done it. My kids are doing it next year, and I hope to God that everybody in the room gets to do it very, very soon. So I want to thank my parents, Melvin, my second mom, Peggy, my mother, mother-in-law, Farah Vassal, here, for being with us on this important occasion. My mother's going to be joining us in Israel to continue the celebration next month. I want to thank my beautiful baby girl, Ariella, who just returned from Israel and spoke so beautiful. So the Orange Shoshana, all my kids, they know I'm crazy passionate about Israel. They support me. They do anything I want. It's amazing. So I want to tell you though about something about special with my twins. So they were visiting Martin Judovitz for an hour every week. This is crazy. You have two. They started. I think they were 12 years old. So they're now almost 17. It's crazy. They've even been for 1 hour every week. Just shows you how special these kids really are. And what's really amazing how humble they are, I didn't even know about her for 2 years. It's unbelievable. So we're truly honored. Again, you're part of our family. And, you've been spending a lot of Shabbat meals with us, and we're so blessed to have you with us. So, Rabbi Goldberg, thank you, Rabbi Goldberg, Rabbi Moskowitz, Rabbi Shabtai. Your guidance and your friendship is truly appreciated. I've truly been blessed to have learned with Rabbi Goldberg for almost 17 years now, which is just incredible. And you have helped me climb the ladder to grow spiritually, and you really made a true, impact on our family and on me personally. All right, to my little buddy Yosef. You're so cute, you're fun, you're smart, you're witty, you have an awesome sense of, business character behind you. But your kindness and your sensitivity is evident by the charity that you selected, Zichron Menachem. To sponsor a little boy to have a bar mitzvah who's sick and really can't afford to do his own bar mitzvah, it's unbelievable. It's in your heart, it's really amazing. You are so hyper-focused on whatever you want, and you don't stop until you get it. It reminds me of me a little bit, and it's a very fantastic character trait that you should never, ever change. That focus will get you very far in life. Yosef, always go after your dreams, and don't ever let anyone tell you no. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Keep going for it. Follow your passion, follow your dreams. Always dream in vivid color, the beautiful color that you ever want to dream in. If you want it, and it's great, and it helps make the world a much better place, then you better go for it, and don't let anybody stop you. May Hashem continue to bless you in all your endeavors. Your brothers, your sisters, and I, we're so proud of you. It's amazing what you've done. And we're so excited to be celebrating more and more at the Kotel. In a month from now, where you're going to be able to read this, as a real man. Excuse, right? All right. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Rabbi wants to say a few words, and then we're going to fill in the letters, and then we're going to go eat and have a lot of fun. So, thank you. Rabbi, you want some tissues?
watching these two men stand up here. One of them spoke with great poise, great presence, great maturity. Glenn, for a moment I thought you were the bar mitzvah boy here. But it's wonderful, wonderful to see how you've grown over these years and to be here. You know how close I feel to your whole family, but your father, as he mentioned, with whom I've been learning for so many years. I was a member of the community kollel. I had just moved in 1999. One of the first messages I got, I still remember on those little pink message sheets, I think it was Rabbi Brander's secretary at the time, Sally, who since passed away, gave it to me. There's a guy from Philadelphia who called. He's going to be moving down here, and he wants to study with someone. Call him back. So even before the Galishes were living in Boca, and before our boxes were unpacked, already then we were studying and becoming close, and that's only grown over the years. In this week's Parsha, the coming week's Parsha that we're going to read, Torah tells us, Im tishmeru es chukosai, if you observe my laws, v'chai bahem, and you live by them, if you live with them. I was learning this morning with some friends, the insight of the Slonim Rebbe, Shalom Noach Berzovsky, has a fantastic insight. What does it mean, v'chai bahem? What does it mean to live with the observance of Torah and mitzvos? What does it mean? Our rabbis, the Talmud and Yuma tells us, it means v'chai bahem v'lo sheyamos bahem. It means if there's a conflict between observing Torah or preserving your life, the whole purpose of Torah is to enhance and enrich life. If observing Torah will cost you your life, then neglect Torah and preserve your life. So therefore, pikuach nefesh, saving a life, supersedes all the laws in the Torah with the exception of 3. But overwhelmingly, if there's a conflict between maintaining your health and a law, we take care of our life, we preserve a life rather than observe the law, because v'chai bahem, the whole purpose is to live with the laws. So on the one hand, our rabbis tell us that this verse v'chai bahem is telling us that we need to enrich our lives through the observance of Torah in this world. And yet, Rashi and Onkelos, the Targum, the Aramaic translation, both say, what is v'chai bahem? What does it mean to live? In olam haba, in the world to come. Live a meritorious, virtuous life in this world. Do the right thing here, and you'll merit the world to come. So which is it? Is it the world to come, or is it here? And the Slonim Rebbe describes so beautifully. He says, v'chai bahem, the word v'chai means to live, is describing the way we do Torah and mitzvahs. And the way we do them in this world is a taste of the world to come. What does he mean? The word v'chai, we have a word we use in the Yiddish, chiyas. A person who has chiyas has a life. They're vibrant, they're alive, they're enthusiastic, they're high energy. Everything they do, they throw their entire being into. And that, says the Slonim Rebbe, is what the Torah is telling us. Don't be a robot. Don't go through the motions. Don't carry a lifestyle as if it's a burden. V'chai bahem. Be alive. Live it. Be dynamic and vibrant. Throw your entire being into it. Be dedicated and devoted to it. And when you are in this world, that's a taste of the reward of the world to come. Yosef, your parents throw themselves into everything they do like nothing anyone else in this room has ever seen. They're phenomenal at it, 1 billion times over. They throw themselves in everything they do. Whether it's this project, which kol hakavod yashikoach, amazing to preserve and to bring this Holocaust Torah back to life, to continue to affirm our v'chai bahem. Hitler wanted to exterminate, to eliminate the Jewish people, and v'chai bahem. This Torah testifies that we are very much alive, very vibrant, very involved in the world, as much or more than ever before. Whether it's the restoration of this Torah, whether it's advocating and fighting on behalf of our heroic members of the IDF, whether it's studying, learning, asking, doing, volunteering, a million different causes and opportunities. I don't know how there's enough time in the day for what your parents achieve and what they accomplish in our community and beyond. And you and your sisters have been so privileged because you have adopted and absorbed exactly that quality. You know, as I said, I remember Yosef Shalom Zachar. I don't remember, to be honest, attend a lot of Shalom Zachars. They're all wonderful. I still remember Yosef Shalom Zachar. I remember the unbridled joy, in addition to the incredible happiness Glenn had from his family But Yosef's arrival, the prince, as he was called in the early years, is still called the prince? Sometimes. The early years, I don't think he had a name. No one knew his name. It was just the prince. But Yosef, you have exhibited that same enthusiasm. There are few men in the shul, young men who sit with their father in davening, who come up without their father being around to say Good Shabbos to me, to Rabbi Moskowitz, to offer a greeting with confidence, with poise, who ask questions and want to understand. You know, I was thinking about it and I want to ask you, and this didn't make sense to me, who throw themselves into everything they've done. That's what you've done with your mitzvah project. It's something which is outstanding. It's something which is an inspiration to all of us. And so, this is only the appetizer of the bar mitzvah. You can only imagine how great the real bar mitzvah will be and beyond. We look forward to continuing to get nachas, to get great joy from you and from your sisters, from your whole family. We thank you and your parents for being such a source of inspiration, such dear and loyal friends to all of us. And what a way, today is Isru Chag. We don't want to say goodbye to the holidays, so the day after, we schlep it a little bit longer. It has a status, Isru Chag. What a great way to extend the holiday and the simcha and the joy with a bar mitzvah this morning. Your parents are serving all of us some good chametz, so we're deeply appreciative for that too. What a great way. We should continue to share simchas with you for many years. Mazel tov.
This is the world makeover. Mashiach will come take over. You ain't gotta be me or see what I see. All you gotta do is take a look forward. Lift up your eye to the sky, spread out your hands, say thank you, smile. Get 'em up, put 'em up, leave 'em up. Ha ha.